The views expressed on the Nerd Realm are not necessarily the views of the Laggin Out Network or its advertisers. Listener discretion is advised. Do not try this at home. We are trained professionals. And now, back to Nerd Realm, with Havok and 404. On the Laggin Out Network.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Nerd Realm.
I want to bang your announcer.
Yeah, that's my announcer. We take turns.
Gross. I don't take no sloppy seconds. I'll be damned if some DJ goes before me.
Ow. Denied.
I'm the chieftain. Respect the chieftain. I speak in third person.
No, you don't want to mess with our announcer. She's
Cortana's stepsister.
Yeah, she's poisoned from Street Fighter 3. You know, the one that you thought was a girl.
Oh my god, it's like the crying game.
Well, I can send you a picture. Camp. I could send you a picture of what she's like, but I'm not sure if you can. I'm not sure if you really could handle it.
I'll just take your word for it, because these are the awkward silences that will be cut out.
Yeah, you would think. You would think we would cut that out.
No. See, like I'm gonna make more work for him, so I'm out. Can yep. Hey, up.
I'm going. Dick.
I'll have one double.
What?
And diet. And a small. Fuck.
God, it sounds like most of my PS1 games.
I think the worst sound emulator was on Nintendo when you played Double Dribble and like you put in the game and it said Double Dibble. Double Dibble. It was like a D, Double Dibble.
Chief, you just got 100 cool points right there. I love that game. Double Dibble. That and Blades of Steel.
Oh, I love Blades of Steel.
Blades of Steel. Shing. I was always Vancouver.
Dude, me too. I always played Vancouver. Screw all the US teams.
Yeah, I always played
that was
Vancouver.
The best team to play.
And there was only one kid in my neighborhood because I lived out in the country. There was not many of us out there, and there was the kid next door to me who was like 6 years younger than me. So he was a young kid, had a Nintendo, and he had Blades of Steel. So I used to go over there and play him, and I would whip his ass. He would get so mad.
Oh, you know what?
I mean, he was a
often
little kid.
Invite him back to your place to play Marble Madness.
No.
Is that a Game Boy game?
No, well,
I think it was ported to Game Boy as well.
It may have been. It's made its transition across two different platforms over the years, but no. Did I tell the Marble Madness story last week?
Yes, you did.
Yes.
All my friends there heard the show last week.
Called Jenna Marble Madness.
Oh, really?
Man, she looks great. She just needs to wear makeup all the fucking time.
Rumors are pointing to Bucky Barnes, a.k.a. the Winter Soldier, played by Sebastian Stan, will be returning in the Joe and Anthony Russo directed Captain America 3, slated for release on May 6th of 2016. You know, May 6th, you know, the day that was supposed to be Marvel and DC at the box office. Back in April of this year, Sebastian Stan shocked the world by stating he has a 9-picture deal with Marvel Studios. 9 pictures. For
That's very good. He's going to play Professor X because he's going to be friggin' old.
For real.
Well, that's the thing is, what's weird about this is that Chris Evans, who plays Captain America now, he only signed on for 6 movies, and half of that is already gone. I mean, that was first Avengers, that was Avengers, and then Winter Soldier, and then the upcoming Avengers and this next Captain America. At least 2 movies left.
Man, I'm so far behind on my Marvel stuff, and Spider-Man's like my favorite character, but I haven't watched the new Winter Soldier. I haven't watched that, and I'm not a real fan of Captain America, but I don't know. I'm kind of boycotting movies for now.
You're boycotting movies for now?
Yeah, I'm part of I'm trying not to get too serious, but I'm part of the VFX Solidarity group, and what they do is they're doing the stuff Marvel, and like they shoot Spider-Man. They used to shoot him in Culver City, California, and now they're doing it in Vancouver, and they're taking American jobs away from American 3D artists, which I am one. So it's kind of frustrating when like Vancouver is getting all like they're exporting all the stuff from Marvel, and they're all doing the post work in another country when they used to do it in Culver, where I actually worked on one of those. I worked on not a Marvel film, but they had the Spider-Man 3 stuff all over the place, the Spawn stuff everywhere, and now it's like no longer there, and now like all those people are out of work. So it's just like it kind of sucks. So like the only reason why I saw like Thor is because someone brought it over, and Thor is such a pussy anyway. I hate that guy.
Oh my god!
Really don't like
the first person that I met like that.
He's such a dick. Can't stand his hammer. I can't stand his face.
I like Thor as part of the Avengers. I mean, he gets a little overblown sometimes with his personality there, but I do like in the Avengers how they don't, he's almost in there for comic relief. Him and the Hulk,
Well, in the animated ones, if you watch on Netflix, they actually fight each other a lot in those. So
I know. I love watching those two throw down.
Yeah, no, the Thor and Hulk, they always have a little match going on, and that's the thing is that Thor will whip Hulk's ass any day.
I don't know about that.
No, yeah. I mean, it's gonna be a pretty nasty fight, but.
All Hulk has to do is knock the hammer out of his hand, and Thor is done. He just steps on his face, and end of Thor.
No. Thor is a Nordic god. Dude, he's been pounded. He's been pounded 20 feet. He's been pounded 30 feet into the ground, and still was just like, ugh. And then 2 minutes later, jumps up.
Thor got his hand chopped off in the new one, but not really. But I mean, that means he can be killed.
Yeah,
they made that iteration that they are not immortal; they just live longer.
Give or take 5,000 years, as Loki said.
Right.
Well,
he got his hand chopped off in the new what? What was that?
Thor: The Dark World. There was a scene where Thor gets his hand cut off, his hammer hand, which he could just switch hands. But anyways,
it was fake though. I mean, it wasn't really chopped off. It was just like
it was an illusion.
Oh, I see.
Well, as I was saying, the thing with Sebastian Stan having 9 pictures, right. And that completely eclipses Chris Evans' deal, which kind of leaves the rumor. Do you think that maybe he's going to take over as Captain America like he did in the comics? Because Cap was killed by Crossbones right after an arc called the Civil War. Crossbones, he was also featured in Captain America: The Winter Soldier. He had sniped him and killed him and Bucky was given the mantle.
Fucking camper.
Pretty much. Yeah. And guess who took his ass out? The Falcon.
Didn't he used to be called Black Falcon in the 60s? 70s?
No, just Falcon.
Am I thinking of Hanna-Barbera? There was some like he had like tights on, like total nut huggers, and didn't have the tights go all the way down. Is that the same guy?
Falcon? Oh, could you be any more or less specific?
yellow outfit, yellow mask.
That was Birdman.
No, I know who he's talking about.
I
think that was Black Lightning.
Is that who it was?
That's who it was. It was Black Lightning. Yeah, from DC.
I don't want to say that all black superheroes look the same because that would not be politically correct, but I got those two confused, which I guess makes me a racist. I don't know.
How I pulled that name out of my ass, I have no idea, but I can't believe it came to me either. But
there really is a Black Lightning, yeah.
And Havok, you're gonna hook
Black Lightning and Static Shock.
Havok, you're gonna hook the listeners up.
Completely different than those guys. I know who Static Shock is. So
yeah.
Havok, you're gonna hook the listeners up with some pictures of these people, right?
I think I think all characters. I'm very critical of my superheroes. Superman's a pussy. Don't like him. He's so boring. He's a dick. Don't like him.
I don't like the All-American boy
either. Not a superhero. He's a vigilante, a spoiled rich kid that has a utility belt and says, "I'm a superhero. I'm pissed off because the cops can't do the work, and my voice sounds like this." Not a superhero. Iron Man, rich kid, mad that his daddy died. Superhero, money. That's it.
But he's the ultimate superpower, though. You can do
that's true. That's true.
do anything with money.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting that one of the it's like death is usually some sort of aspect of the creation of a superhero, but it seems like it's like they also have to be like a mega bazillionaire somehow, because there's no possible way that.
Or extremely poor in Spider-Man's case.
Yeah, which in that in itself is sort of like, no. Why would you do all of that for nothing? Why would you put yourself out there and put yourself on the line to save all these people and do all this stuff and take no perks from it at all?
Because great power comes great responsibility. Duh.
And apparently great stupidity too.
He's a neat one. What makes him a good superhero? 1, he's got superpowers. 2, he's a New Yorker. 3, he's awesome. Best superhero ever.
Captain America's one too. He was a scrawny kid who go fight Nazis.
Yeah, he's boring.
That Chieftain, that list is a bit subjective. That list there is a bit subjective, especially the New Yorker part. But that's neither here nor there.
I like Wolverine too.
Well, and here's the thing about Spider-Man is that, well, at least in the new Spider-Man movies, is that he doesn't actually shoot webs from his body. They are web shooters.
Well, he always had web cartridges.
Not always, and not with the original series of movies.
That was the Sam Raimi thing. Yeah. They actually worked that into the comics a while back, but it didn't last long. But really quickly about Captain America, just to wrap this up real quick. Bucky was actually it's okay,
you
guys.
Were just
tangents. Like I said, we're all over the place tonight. I love it.
You got a hard on for Captain America tonight, man.
Well, I'm trying to get through this little segment, man. Sebastian Stan might be taking over and I want to get your freaking opinions on this big thing real quick. We'll comment on that one.
We will give it to you, I'm sure.
Giggity.
Well, Bucky was given the mantle of Captain America by S.H.I.E.L.D. director at the time, Tony Stark.
How's Kevin Feige?
Yeah, you know what? I don't have any Kevin Feige news this week. I don't have any Kevin Feige news.
No Feige news? Feige. Well, Feige it. It's all right.
Oh God! It's gonna want to be in a shirt now. Thanks.
Yeah.
Kevin Feige's gonna, why'd y'all turn me into a verb?
Because you're Feigen awesome.
But here's the thing, though. What works in a comic doesn't always work good on film, in my opinion. It doesn't translate well. And I know we live in a world now where Rocket Raccoon and Groot are these big major players now because of Guardians of the Galaxy. But switching Captain America, that you've already watched several movies with Steve Rogers, and then switching over to a guy who was just murdering people in this last film. I mean, do you guys think it's going to translate well? I mean, with a new Captain America?
Refer to episode 213 where we discussed this already. Next. Just kidding.
Oh man. Did you just pull out a veteran move on us?
Oh.
I think Cobra Commander might have a little something to say about that.
Only I can do that. With my weather dominator.
We actually have a reference from our last show with that. We actually mentioned you guys. It's really fun.
Well, bring it on. You have a clip?
Yeah, hold on.
Oh, and by the way, Nerd Realm, I think it was Havok that was trying to do a Cobra Commander impression on your show. And I was listening to it. I go, all right, funny guy's got to go on that show and show him how to do a Cobra Commander. That's not an invitation for you to do it now. We're doing
World domination! Why can't I get back on television? I want to be in a cartoon. Watch Laggin Out. Follow us on Twitter.
Don't make me say it again.
You know what?
I'm mildly impressed.
He does the Lagging Out loot giveaway, the entire read.
Oh my god!
Yeah, it's like a 25-second read he does, and you guys are gonna have to watch that on Monday. I'm not gonna play it now.
It's
awesome,
dude. I'm crying. He sounds just like the original actor. That is amazing.
Havok, your Cobra
I don't know
Commander.
how he does it.
Havok, your Cobra Commander has been retired as president.
I'm never doing that voice ever again.
Yeah.
It's over.
So yeah, we're gonna.
It's so funny, guy. He just ripped out my soul, but yet he did it the same way.
I told him to have a conversation with him and Starscream, and it's hilarious. Like we did before the show, and his voice was hoarse the whole show. And like he was just doing it. We're in tears, crying. We're laughing when he does the read. When he does the Lagging Out loot giveaway read at the end of the show. Me and Zombie Killer, the camera cuts to us. We're in tears. We're trying to be quiet, and the camera's just cutting to us because it's auto cut. Yeah, and we're just crying. And his camera's out at this point, so all it is like a still a funny guy, and then you hear like say, "What do you win?" And I'm like, "Oh my god, let me tell you!" And like he goes, we're just tears. Oh, man. Sorry,
that is funny.
He just killed my Cobra Commander, but I'm so happy to hear someone sound just like the original actor. That's amazing.
Can you play it again? Do you got that queued up again?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, play it again.
No? You're gonna have to. All right, hold on.
No, that's okay. That's okay, man. That's all right.
Oh my god, he sounded great. Dude, I need him to do my freaking voicemail so people when they call me something.
That was trying to do a Cobra Commander impression on the show. And I was listening to it. I go, all right, funny guy's got to go on that show and show him how to do a Cobra Commander. That's not an invitation for you to do it now. We're doing
World domination. Why can't I get back on television? I want to be in a cartoon. Watch Laggin Out. Follow us on Twitter.
Don't make me say it again. I will smack the shit out of you.
That makes me want to join Cold Slither right now.
Oh god!
Zombie always smack the shit out of him.
Oh, Zombie Killer! You know, I know you. I know we don't know you, baby, but you are hilarious. I love you.
That's right. She is awesome.
Oh god, that was I'm dying here. That is awesome. All right, so we're gonna I love how you tell him is like, well, don't do it now, like you didn't want him to actually do it right then.
It seems like you have no leash on Funny Guy. He just does his own thing.
Well, watch our show live. Watch for a trivia question. I'm trying to read and keep my head in the camera.
Oh my god.
He holds up a little Cobra Commander too, and he puts it at the camera and he shakes it.
Dude, Funny Guy's become my all-time favorite person right now, dude.
I think so. I love it when guests show up and bring their own clips. This is awesome.
It's like a professional show.
Yeah, almost, but not anywhere near it.
Well, we have an awesome.
Because if this is a professional show, we'd be wearing pants.
You don't know this, but when I'm actually in Austin, I'm doing the show in a twin bed, and I have a portable table over the top of my bed, and I put the laptop there, and I'm just laying in bed doing the show, but no one knows. I'm in my underwear. I'm like.
No, we can.
You do know you're on the air, right?
Yeah. No. We can. Just so you know, we can totally tell.
What you don't know is that my. No, I'm not going to say that.
And next time, put it
I
away.
love what you wore last week, which is fantastic.
Next time, buddy, put it away. Okay, just put it away.
I always wanted to do like at the end of the show. I wanted like a girl to pop out like underneath my desk and just and wipe her mouth and just walk away and not say anything and goes, "This is Chieftain logging in and lagging out," and then cut to black.
I just uploaded.
Now, people will not do that. They yell at me out there. It's like, you're saying too many ums and uhs. And Lily Raven's going to do that to you. She's like, they're saying too many ums and uhs in their show. It's like, you say too many ums and uhs. And I'm like, I know, I'm trying to work on that.
I don't know what we're going to do, but
I don't.
She's got radio experience, so I always go to her because she's a genius. She is a genius.
Well, that's okay. That's okay if you have radio experience or whatever. But yeah,
you just did it. Now I hear it.
let me also start a story that goes into nothing and has no point.
Something Gwen Stacy. With Gwen Stacy dead, who would be a great Mary Jane Watson?
But anyway, this week, speaking of Spider-Man, is that in anticipation for our show today, I actually watched The Amazing Spider-Man 2. It was my first and only viewing of it, and as much as I did like it, and we're going to get more into this, Havok is going to talk a little more about it, but I did like it. I did watch the whole thing. I felt it was way longer than it needed to be, and also as much as I did like it, I was completely distracted the entire time through it. So there might be little nuances that I missed. So,
but don't worry, I rewatched it again last night, so I can be up to date. But we'll be getting to that in just a few minutes.
You've watched it. That was your third time, dude.
No, this is some other Captain America 3 news.
Are we still talking about Captain America?
It's a movie that's coming out in like 2 years. Okay,
no,
you know what?
No,
Any news is good news.
No,
I'll be 40 in 2 years.
Yeah. You know what? You've got 10 seconds to you've got 10 seconds to wrap up your Captain America. we are done with this, so wrap it up. Go.
You know what? Ant-Man. Anyway, Jeremy Renner, who played Hawkeye, may be showing up in Captain America 3. We'll see how that kind of plays in after Avengers: Age of Ultron. If he's still alive, you forget Joss Whedon. He has a habit of killing people that you love. So if anyone loved Hawkeye, hate him now. Flood the internet saying you hated him, or he will die. I mean, we all saw what happened to Agent Coulson. Only thing is, I don't think he's going to get the fan response to bring him back.
Is that from S.H.I.E.L.D., which is another, like, they love doing that stuff. They put S.H.I.E.L.D., they put like a secondary type of backstory in for a show. You know what? Let's take all the superheroes out and then create a whole show called S.H.I.E.L.D. Kind of like with Gotham. Let's take away Batman and do a whole show called Gotham. It's kind of like CSI, but it's fictional. We don't care. Take it off the air.
So
like
you don't like those? You don't like those shows?
It definitely had some. It definitely
lot
had
of
some.
people that like S.H.I.E.L.D.
It definitely had some really rocky moments. I mean, but I'll admit it. But those last like 8 episodes just really kind of picked up the pace. I was like, why didn't y'all do this earlier? But you know, whatever. We're here now. And finally.
I'm sorry. It's like Disney owns that. So like I like Once Upon a Time because I like the princesses, and that's my favorite show. And it's on the 3rd season, and I can't wait for September 23rd for the remainder of the season to come out because I just absolutely think it's fabulous.
Oh my god, I used to watch that show too, and it was so special. I loved it. I couldn't wait.
I love that show, dude. I'm like, there's like 3 of my friends, and like I thought I was the only dude that liked it, and 3 of my straight friends actually watched it too, so I don't feel so bad.
It's not that bad of a show. I actually started watching just out of a whim. I was like, you know what? It's on my list. I'm going to watch it. I heard some good things about it. I was like, this is an interesting take on the fairy tale creatures.
It is.
It was, and then it got ridiculous. It went to a certain. It got to a certain point where it just got really ridiculous, and that was right around the time when Captain Hook, when Captain Hook showed up or something. Which I was like, oh, that was kind of cool, but it had just gotten kind of bizarre at that point, and I was just like, all right, well, yeah, you got a bunch of hot ladies on here, but the storylines are getting stupid and stupid. Rumpelstiltskin was an awesome character. That was a very cool character for a show like that. Rumpelstiltskin.
Oh my god, yes, yeah. I just hope they don't jump the shark. I just hope they don't jump the shark this next season with Frozen coming on.
Yeah, I love that.
Let it go.
More boobs.
Let him go. Let him go.
I love the evil. You know what's kind of fucked up about that show is the evil queen's hotter than like the blonde chick. God. That's the main character.
And that's
just like I root for the evil one. I'm like, yeah, kill that good bitch. I'm sick of her. Kill her.
She's like
I like her too. I'm like, God, the evil queen's just man. Something
like,
about her.
She's like the hot HR lady.
She does.
It's like, yeah.
I like Belle.
I have nothing
from Lost. I like her.
Who?
The one who plays Belle.
Oh yeah.
She is.
See, the thing was that I was a huge fan of Lost, and I did like Claire on that show, but I actually liked it whenever she was gone for a while, and then she came back, and it was like after that, it was like all I could hear her saying is "my baby, I can get my baby." That's all she would freaking say, and I was just like,
"Oh my God, I'm dying."
And then when she showed up in that show, I was just like, every time she talked, that's all I heard her go, "My baby." That's enough.
I totally hijacked this show. I'm so sorry.
Oh no, dude! No,
dude, you're awesome.
You're a guest. To feel it home.
Man, look,
my chips.
We were so psyched to have you on here, and this has been one of our. Yeah, I'm not sure if I think I. What did you just say?
I said, eat my chips. What?
You're saying chips, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
what do you think I said?
I never even heard it.
I don't know, but in about 20 minutes, I'm going to make you say something completely different.
Just have it done for me by tomorrow at noon.
Yeah.
So last week
he's gonna try to get that last read in if it fucking kills.
I know. He's gonna try to do.
We're on Spider-Man now. We're on Spider-Man. Everyone's
yeah,
happy now.
He kind of has to because I forced him into it. So.
Okay. Just want to let you go. No one's asking questions on Twitch.
Oh, really? That's because
we'll get him next week.
I'm begging people.
Dude, that's because there's nobody listening.
No one cares.
Spider-Man 2.
What? Spider-Man
released a DVD and Blu-ray last week.
I think you mean the Amazing Spider-Man 2. Big difference. Big difference.
Spider-Man's gonna eat my chips.
They're crunchy. Are they barbecue? But I do apologize in advance, Chieftain. I know you told me, off air you haven't seen the movie yet, but oh well, you're gonna have to get over it.
Spoiler alert.
He's my favorite. You know what's funny is he's my favorite character. I have him on my wallpaper, and I still haven't seen it. I have the Amazing Spider-Man on my wallpaper on Facebook, and I haven't seen it. I'm the worst super fan for Spider-Man ever.
Yeah.
No. I mean, not everyone can get out to the movies, but I'm sorry if you haven't seen it since it's been out since May, by some way, either legal or illegal by now, and it's kind of too late now.
My buddy actually animated the little spinner things on the first movie. The little
really.
Yeah, he actually animated that.
I like the little web shooters from that one. That was pretty cool.
And my buddy, who was an intern at Sony in Spider-Man 3, yes, Spider-Man 3, Sandman, when he gets slammed against the wall in the subway, he actually composited that scene.
That's amazing.
It had to be 15 frames, a half a second. He's like, I did that part. I love that. I did that part.
I did that part.
I didn't. Fuck you.
I missed it. Damn it. It's gone.
I'm actually going to go on record right now, and people had their little complaints about it. I like Spider-Man 3. I liked it.
Me too. I thought I was the only one who thought that.
No, because everyone makes fun of the whole emo Parker and him dancing down the street. First of all, it was completely anti-Peter. It was everything point. Peter was. And that's what the symbiote was bringing out, and him dancing down the street. That's what Peter Parker thought would be cool. He's a nerd, people. He's a nerd. He's geeky. That's what he thought would be cool.
Right.
I have just lost. I have just lost all respect. I have just lost all respect for both of you.
The mere fact that you had respect for me in the first place is shocking.
I think you have a terrible judge of character, 404.
I'm just saying that hey, this isn't the first movie that Havok has told me to watch. It was like, oh, this is awesome, you're gonna love this, and it was a giant freaking turd.
Okay, you didn't like Flashpoint Paradox, okay? We get it.
It's not that I didn't like it, it's that it sucked, and you were like, this is great, you need to see this. I was like, Havok, I'm gonna rent this for $5 on Amazon. Is it worth paying $5 for? And he's like, yeah, I think so. You still owe me $5, you bitch.
I love Human Centipede. You gotta watch it, 404.
Oh, really? Oh, here, let me get that.
And the sequel's even better.
Hey, should I rent
the Core 6?
Should I rent it as Blu-ray or should I buy it?
7.
Leprechaun Origins.
Should I rent it or buy it?
I also have the Spider-Man 3 wallpaper on my iPhone. It's on the lock one, and it's on the actual screensaver. One, it's him like the black Spider-Man suit who's like sitting on the side of the building, and then the other one is the chest plate of Spider-Man. I thought the black Spider-Man was awesome. I loved how it looked.
Hey, Chieftain, thanks for being on the show tonight, but I think you gotta go.
All right. Well, thanks for having me on, and I'll see you in hell.
Yeah. I'll be there before you will be. So
keep it warm for me, sweetheart.
Oh, toasty. Hey, did you know farts are flammable?
God.
So are my chips.
You said chips. You said chips, right?
I'm taking my bag of chips and I'm taking them and putting them away. Oh God! Remind me never to put chips out for any guests ever.
These are good chips.
All right. Okay. This has got to come to a close. So Havok, you are gonna read this out and we are done.
Okay. All right, guys. So with Amazing Spider-Man 2 getting released, the ending kind of, like you said earlier, it ran way too long. Very similar to the show right now.
Yeah, I don't know anything about what that's like.
The movie ran way too long. I think when Gwen died and he quit being Spider-Man, they should have ended the movie there. Left it on that whole Spider-Man no more type feel.
No.
Gwen died?
Yeah, Gwen died. She didn't make it. Spoiler alert.
You suck.
Oh, come on. You can smell the death on her from the trailer.
Yeah, dude, it's a Spider-Man movie. Somebody had to die.
Somebody's gonna die. I mean, her dad died in the first one. That should have been an ominous feeling right there, because that's what happened in the comics. Except he had a building fall on him.
I started cutting myself after that film.
Especially when you watch what happens to her. Oh, geez, you're like, ow.
Right, boom, right into a wood chipper.
Well, if it were in Fargo, maybe.
Well,
that's our lizard man will just throw his shots on her and she'll just like regenerate all that stuff and be all gross and then fall apart again.
Ew, he's gonna shoot his load on her and she comes back.
Sorry, go ahead.
But well, that's the thing. Spider-Man's the only character really Sony has. They don't have Ghost Rider anymore. They don't have so with the upcoming Sinister Six movie, Spider-Man's on his own. And yes, in the comics he's taken down the Sinister Six by himself before, but on screen I don't think that's going to translate well. I don't think people are going to believe that one superpowered hero can take down six of these guys by himself. I mean, I don't think that's going to really translate well, especially like it's weird. I mean, we have this new Rhino in a suit, played by one of my favorite actors too, Paul Giamatti.
Chris Christie. Oh, sorry.
That was Paul Oh,
Chris Christie. Oh God.
I can't believe that was Paul Giamatti. I didn't
Paul
recognize him at
Giamatti.
all. I love that dude. I love him, man.
He's that damn good of an actor. You don't know when he's acting.
He is. He's a really good actor. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. That's that.
I got roles in Howard Stern's Private Parts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he was.
Yeah.
He was in that movie.
He's like
Pig virus.
he's like in everything. You know, you can find him in almost every movie.
Just like you're getting my references.
He's like William H. Macy. That guy used to be in every freaking thing.
Dude, William H. Macy is my call for Dr. Benton Quest in a live-action Johnny Quest movie. I'm just calling that out right now.
No, I don't see it.
Whoa. Whoa. Dude, you just took the nerd realm on a whole new level right now. Johnny Quest? Johnny Quest? Are you serious?
Hell yeah! Freaking Johnny Quest is freaking awesome. Not that New Adventures of Johnny Quest bullshit where they were in Quest World all the damn time.
The only Johnny Quest that I like anymore these days is the one that made its appearance on the Venture Brothers.
The guy's name they have to change the guy's name Haji because that's an offensive term now. And I think the kid who would play that would be the Diary of a Wimpy Kid. The Indian kid from there should be Haji. Be perfect.
Right, wasn't that the same guy that's off Jesse now?
Yes, same guy. Oh my God, is that the Disney one?
Yeah.
When I was in Dallas, I was so tired I couldn't change the channel. I was watching a Jesse marathon, and I was like, oh my God, where's the motive?
Makes it so much better. That's the main chick, by the way.
Yeah, they're twins, right? Is that the one? Or is that a different show?
No.
I don't know.
That's show. No, it's on Disney Channel. It's kind of weird that we're talking about that, but whatever.
But actually, Havok, for what you were saying about
Disney owns Marvel, Marvel owns Spider-Man. There's your
yeah. There you go. So you were saying about Spider-Man taking on the Sinister Six. I don't see how they could do all of that in 1 2-hour movie. Well,
that's the thing. Sinister Six is forming in their own movie. It's a movie of villains.
Really?
See, no, that's interesting. And then obviously it's going to bleed over into Spider-Man and somehow maybe even the Avengers might show up in that.
No, well, that's the thing is because Sony only owns Spider-Man and Disney and Marvel Studios owns Avengers, those two will never meet. But what's cool is I think that they could and somehow kind of merge that reality in with get out with the Avengers world because all of Spider-Man's villains so far in the movies have been science-based. Lizard with cross-species genetics, Electro with eels, and the Green Goblin with steroids. I guess that's what it was, or he was sick with something.
Growth hormone or something? Yeah.
No. Yeah. It was a spider. It was some sort of spider extract that somehow he felt he needed. Somehow he felt that Spider-Man's blood would cure him of this disease he had or whatever was going on.
Yeah, which was turning him into a grotesque monster. You saw Norman. He was all like, look at me. I look like the lizard, but not the lizard.
See, right there, that's that whole beginning part. It was like I was so distracted through a lot of that I sort of vaguely remember seeing it, but didn't pay any attention to it.
So, did you feel that the whole Harry and Peter friendship was forced?
Oh my God, yes.
I feel like they forced that. I was like, what?
Yeah, and I don't really see how they needed to do that. I don't really, in this telling of Spider-Man's, of his story, I don't really see how they needed to do that, or they just had the wrong two actors trying to work with each other there.
It wasn't the actors, it was just the studio trying to Sony cramming so much into this movie to set up for Sinister Six.
Harry Osborn looked like he was suffering from the Ebola virus. He looked so emaciated.
well, he was supposed to. He's supposed to. He's sickly.
He was dying.
Yeah, he's like.
What do you have? Ebola? Cancer?
Some retro. I don't know what it was. It was something that started making them look like a goblin type thing.
Aww.
They were all like scaly claws coming out, and
what he should have done was the ice bucket challenge. Maybe that would have helped him.
know if I should laugh at that or feel sorry for you for making that comment.
I know. As soon as I said it, I was like, I don't. Why am I saying this?
By the way, you guys are on notice because I took the ice bucket challenge, and I purposely didn't dish it off to you, and I dished it to Funny Guy and Lily Raven. So you guys might be getting a surprise in the official Laggin Out Facebook page publicly.
Well,
Fantastic.
damn.
You know what?
I will only accept it if Funny Guy does it and he challenged me in the voice of Cobra Commander.
Yes. Yeah. I'm down with that. It must be. Cobra Commander must personally call us out in order for it to happen.
Well,
and
you guys may not have known this, actually. The Oscorp Tower was actually supposed to show up in the Marvel's The Avengers in that New York skyline. It was supposed to be roughly behind Stark Tower somewhere.
Oh, cool.
I mean, they were just going to throw it in there, but logistics could not match up. The animation house with Sony couldn't match up with the animation house.
That's a bunch of crap, and I'll tell you why. Here's some insider information from working at Sony myself.
Fix it.
Sony actually has the entire island of Manhattan modeled on their software. They actually have it all set up from Spider-Man, the original Spider-Man series. They just didn't want to go in and build it. That's probably what it was. They probably didn't have the time. That's probably why, because they have the entire city of Manhattan, all the boroughs, everything, like a total global shot.
And Chris Christie.
Shots. They have the stages. Someone actually was looking through the old stuff and they actually found it. I'm not telling you who did it. I don't know. I'm not going to tell you when, but I'm just going to tell you they have it on file. So if they didn't do it, it was probably not in the budget. So if they said that, we couldn't fit it in, that's a bunch of time. Because
sneaky bastards.
What they do is that they pitch. This is how the movie industry works. Each shot in a movie is budgeted. It takes 4 hours to do this. We need one artist to do that, and then it goes through a assembly line. So this is how much it's going to cost. So they already know how much something's going to cost. If it's not cost effective, they're not going to add it in. So they probably in post, they was like, you know what, we don't have the time to throw that in there. So that's probably why they didn't do it, because they already had this. They had the stuff in there, and they were probably running late. The animators were probably taking their sweet ass time, because animators always take that little extra time. So the lighters and the compositors and the color graders have less time, like me, to convert it over to 3D and put the lighting in there. So I might get trouble with that. But what's that?
You might, but at the same time, really, the Oscorp Tower kind of just showing up in Avengers really wouldn't have really done anything. I mean, all it would have done was just
exactly.
It would have been it would have been just like that really, really weird transition. I forgot what movie came out before X-Men: Days of Future Past. There was a movie I went to go watch. It was another Marvel. No, it was The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Actually, there was for no reason at all. Midway through the credits, it cuts away to a sneak peek at X-Men: Days of Future Past, which is owned by Fox. It made no sense at all. That was the only thing that was after the credits. It made no sense. So technically, it would have been kind of like that, in my opinion. It would have been just, look, it's an Oscorp Tower. Too bad we're never going to see Spider-Man here. I mean, right. but the way things ended here, I mean, when Gwen died, that would have been a really cool surprise to see, Captain America come and kind of talk to Spider-Man and tell him, hey, listen, we lose people all the time, but you gotta soldier it up and get back out there. I mean, you have to do what you do. I mean, you lose soldiers in battle all the time. Collateral damage happens, but you keep fighting.
I wish that would happen to Hawkeye. Not a superhero. Sorry.
Yeah, just being really good with a bow and arrow that has specialized arrows. That's not really superhero.
Yeah, him and Green Arrow in a fight, who would win? I don't know.
It'd be a lot of arrows.
It'd be the most boring fight ever.
Hopefully they would shoot each other in the dick.
Yeah, it's like Robin Hood would be officiating everything.
This is nice. Good form, guys. Good form. Good form.
Actually,
Green Arrow. Robin Hood. Robin Hood would go to Green Arrow. He's like, you stole my shit. Yeah, sorry.
Green Arrow and Green Arrow in the Batman Brave and Bold series was actually pretty cool. I liked him, but I liked him a lot in that show, mostly because he was voiced by, and I'm sorry I don't know his name, but the same guy did Ratchet from the Ratchet and Clank series of games.
Oh, damn it, you freaking James Arnold Taylor. That's his name.
Is that his name? Okay. That's a dude that I could listen to him talk all day long. I love listening to that guy.
Dude, that guy's hilarious, man. He's freaking funny.
Yeah, I would think so. I love his style and the way. I mean, oh yeah, yeah. Like one of my ultimate sort of nerd fantasies would be to sit in the recording studio while they're doing reads and stuff for a game. There's probably gonna be a lot of people who'd be like, that's boring as fuck, but I would be in nerd heaven.
I don't know. Dude,
You guys know who Rachel Laura is?
What's that name sound familiar? Name a voice she did.
She was the character. She was the main character in Resident Evil: Return to Raccoon City. They completely scanned her in, and she was the actual character in the video game.
I don't think I've seen that one. I don't think I played that one.
You might have seen it because I did a post because she's doing an independent film.
Do you think she drinks Diva tequila?
I don't think she doesn't drink Diva tequila.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. If she wants to come on the show, I will personally make sure that she gets a bottle of the finest Diva tequila.
Awesome.
So you guys may not have known this though about, especially Chieftain wouldn't, because he didn't see the movie. Mary Jane Watson was actually supposed to be in Amazing Spider-Man 2, but they had to cut her parts because they wanted to try to keep all the focus on Peter and Gwen.
Yeah. Actually,
Shailene Woodley at that time was kind of just, no one really knew who she was. I know I didn't anyways. But she was actually cast as Mary Jane in film scenes and everything. So she might be back for part 3, seeing how she's a bigger star now because of like Divergent and The Fault in Our Stars. Mm-hmm. Apparently that makes her a power player now and a draw. So I mean, it's possible Sony might ask her to come back if she has time. I mean, do y'all even know who that is by any chance?
I don't. So
yes.
So
404.
So hopefully you're going to be putting pictures of them on video for the listeners to know who she is.
I will. I'm sure most of our listeners do. I think she was on some TV show too, if I'm not mistaken. What was it like? A friend of mine told me it was like what, Secret Life of something? Secret Life of a teenager, whatever.
Zach and Cody.
No, not the. Oh God! Stop watching the Disney Channel. Turn it off now.
The Secret Lives of Laverne and Shirley. Psst, they're lesbians.
Oh God!
What's going on in my pants?
Oh,
Come
God,
here, Havok. Come here, you piggly bastard. Call me.
Oh, dude, the nerd realm has just gone off tangent. I love it. It's freaking amazing. Guys, it's been oh God.
I just learned what the Sinister Six was. I didn't know. I was pretending to know what the Sinister Six was, and I looked it up on Wikipedia. Okay, now I know.
Oh, you did? Oh, well. For those of you who don't know who the Sinister Six, I'll be posting a picture in the video. But the Sinister Six,
and for all future guests,
the members have pain.
And for all future guests, please know that you're going to be expected to do Wikipedia searches in the middle of an interview. So you better
the bar,
yes. So you better have your facts straight.
I bring my own.
Yes.
I look up stuff as I go, so I don't sound like an idiot. But I always fall way short of that.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. You know what, dude? I feel the same way about it.
But I do have some insider stuff that I can contribute. So.
Yeah, like that stuff. It made me look like a complete ass. Maybe I shouldn't believe what's told to me.
If you don't know, I mean, if you don't work on films, you're not gonna know that. It's just all. Yeah. I didn't mean to make you. I'm sorry. I didn't mean.
No, Chieftain. It's okay. I was just playing.
Okay.
You guys gotta learn not to take me seriously.
Okay.
Why so serious?
See, Havok, the trick is to make awful jokes as often as possible so that no one can take anything you say seriously. It works for me.
Was that a joke?
See, exactly. You know what? Fuck you guys.
We got to get you a sound effects library for crickets and applause.
Oh no, I've got all of that. I've got a full production studio here. I just choose to make it sound like shit.
That's why you have 26 views on your YouTube.
You know, that's why you know, it's like I'm retro that way. You know, it's like I'm hipster.
You're lazy that way.
I'm a hipster. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play this all through a transistor radio and then record it all back onto an iPhone.
It's gonna make it sound like a Luke Gehrig speech.
So we're all gonna sound like we're old timey, see? Oh, he went way back. Look, he's going way back. Oh, it's good. It's out of here.
Oh, that's really good.
Oh, wow.
We're going to come back to the nerd room, see? Come back and see us next week in the nerd room, and don't forget to listen in the Laggin Out Network.
Hey, you gotta be sure to get out and support the war effort. We gotta take out those Nazis.
Gotta take down those Nazis. Dateline 1922.
Don't forget to like Nerd Realm's page at Nerd Realm and Lagging Out's Facebook page at Lagging Out. You can also check us out on Instagram on Lagging Out Show and Twitch lagging_out. Lagging out on lagging_out. I can't do a read if it's not in front of me.
Nope.
Get your pitches right, man. Get your pitches.
Yep. But you know what? On that, I'm 404. This is Havok. That's Chieftain. And this is the Nerd Realm. And we are done.
This has been a presentation of the Nerd Realm with Havok and 404 on the Laggin Out Network.
The Lagging